Greetings. I'm David Zokaitis, and I'm going to talk about construction for a little while because we love to build stuff in Sioux Falls. Looks to me like the city of Sioux Falls has a pronounced pro-developer bias. Now, if you think about expensive elections, you pretty much expect this to happen. If it costs 200 grand to get elected for the office of mayor, there's got to be some payback because people that donate that kind of money don't donate that kind of money. They make an investment. And indeed, I did hear that term coming out of one of the mayoral candidates, his investors. So maybe they're investing in a campaign and expect a return on their investment. Okay, so in the city of Sioux Falls, we use a number of private-public partnerships. These are cases in which the city and the builder get together to share costs, and then the builder owns a completed project. Now, this makes sense if you have a blighted area that needs some extra help, but it's really good to use public bids in this process to make sure that nobody's getting too good of a deal. Unfortunately, in Sioux Falls, the process is secret, making it look suspect. We also use tax increment financing in Sioux Falls. This is a public-private partnership in which builders get to avoid property taxes for 15 years, 20 years, a long time. We've got 14 active districts in Sioux Falls. Now, this is another way to pay for urban renewal or blight removal. But again, you know, it's okay if it's public, competitive bid, but if you do it secretly, it doesn't look good. All right, now, you got to think about some of the mechanisms going on behind these public-private partnerships. In South Dakota, we use regressive taxation in which poor people pay a higher percentage of their income in taxes and fees than do rich people. So there's that income disparity business. So these partnerships take tax money that's paid disproportionately by poor people and give it to rich companies. So you're doing some income redistribution the wrong direction. But most people don't know that because they don't think hard enough. During a city council meeting regarding some downtown construction regulations, I heard a comment about like this. They hit scale requirements way back due to developer resistance. Looks like developers have too much input. And there's a city planning commission that unanimously approves everything. It looks suspicious. All right, so we're talking about apparent pro-developer biases, and here's all these cases in point. Now, let's look at the administration building that was approved late 2016. The citizen petition that wanted to put this up for a vote, that was ignored. That's to the benefit of the developers. Look at the multi-use parking ramp. A lot of money going on in this thing. We should have built a big ramp for $10 million instead we're building a smaller ramp for $21 million. It's all done in secret. Looks like a biased decision to me. Oh, and check out that new mansion in the McKenna Park area. Too big, too close, wrong style. City approved it. Court struck it down. Looks like a biased decision. Oh, and the agricultural land at 6th and Bonson was rezoned in spite of heavy community opposition. Good for builders. Oh, and you got to check out these apartments on 14th Street. They are so out of character with the neighbor. Here's what was there before. You got some space. It's brick. Looks kind of nice. Here it's smashed up right next to the curb. It looks like it's got cheap corrugated siding on it. Looks out of character. Oh, and let's talk about the Icon Lounge. They had concerts there for years. We approved a new building right next door, and now concerts aren't cool there. All right, the real issue is getting back to expensive elections, and you got to work for who pays for your election. Not a good strategy. And as always, we should enjoy nature and the world around us. And here's a shot going down the street, and pretty soon winter will be over, so you better enjoy it while you can. And with that, I bid everybody a good evening.